So today we are going to see about programming languages. So before going to see programming languages, I'm going to give a quick recap of the previous class. Okay, we are seeing our first lesson, right? The computer system. So in this, we seen about the types of computers. So the computers are classified into 5 types. It is classified based on their sizes. Supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer, microcomputer and mobile computer. These are the 5 types of computers. Supercomputer, these computers are most powerful computer. It has high performance in data processing. It is bigger in size and it is very expensive. It occupies the entire row because it is very large in size. It is used by big industries and research institutes for research purpose. Uses of supercomputers. So the supercomputers are used in weather forecasting, nuclear weapon testing, space exploration and earthquake studies. And about the mainframe computers, these mainframe computers are multi-user computer. It is very big and expensive. It is used by large organizations where many number of people can work simultaneously. It has a high processing speed and more data storage. Uses of mainframe computers. It is used in census data processing, consumer statistics, resource planning, and transaction processing. Mini computer. So it has the same size as of a refrigerator. In 1980s, it was replaced by microcomputers. So these are the uses of mini computers. It is used in database management system and web servers. Microcomputer. So when compared to all the 3 computers, supercomputer, mainframe computer and mini computer, these microcomputers are smaller in size. It is a single user computer. That is, it can be used by one person at a time. We can say our desktop computer as an example for microcomputer. Mobile computer. These mobile computers are easily carried from one place to another. Laptops, tablets, smartphones, PDAs are some different types of mobile computers. Binary system. Computer cannot understand the human language. It only understands binary language. So this binary system consists of 2 digits, zeros and ones. So whatever the instructions we are giving to the computer through our keyboard is converted into binary language for the computer to understand. Bit, it is the smallest unit of computer memory. See, the computer memories consists of ICs. It is measured in bytes. So the IC stores small electrical signals. So the presence of charge is represented by 1, while the absence of charge is represented by 0. So it is called as a bit. About byte, it is a number of bits used to replace a single character text. See, one byte is made of 8 bits. So one byte can store 1 letter. With this, we stopped in the last class. So today we are going to see the programming languages. See, the computer language is also called as a programming language. It is used to write and develop software programs. Basically, we are having two types of computer languages. One is low-level language and another one is high-level language. So this low-level language is further divided into assembly language and machine language. This low-level language is a machine-dependent language. This low-level language is a machine-dependent language. Its code written for one machine cannot be used for another machine. About the machine language, this low-level language is further divided into two types: machine language and assembly language. This machine language is also called as the first generation language. Machine language is also called as the first generation language. It is used to communicate with the computer. It consists of instructions. It is in the form of binary language, that is zeros and ones. It is very fast because it does not need any translation for the program execution. Assembly language, it is also known as the second generation language. Machine language is first generation language, where the assembly language is second generation language. So here the program is written in English words. So the instructions to the computer are written using mnemonics. Mnemonics in the sense, for example, if we are writing as addition, what we will put? We just put that as sum, right? For multiplication, we just write it as product, right? So it is called mnemonics. So the instructions to the computer are written using the mnemonics. When compared to the machine language, it is very easier to understand. And the last one is high-level language. Here, the programs were written in English letters and mathematical symbols. In assembly language, program is written in English words. In the high-level language, it is the program is written in English letters and mathematical symbols. So the program is written by using the high-level language. Oh, I'm muted. So with this, your first lesson is over, children. Now I'm going to show you a small video about the computer language. Yes, Caleb, I will send this PPT through Classroom. Okay. After finishing this lesson, I will send the PPT and content of this lesson through the Classroom. See, someone is sharing. Swaminathan, please stop sharing, Swaminathan. Thank you.
Language is the medium of communication, and to communicate with the computer, we need a common language. We call it computer language, a language that computer can understand. Let us learn about computer language.
Whether it is audible, children? Ma'am, whether it is audible, ma'am? Ma'am, please unmute and inform me, ma'am. Yes, okay.
Understand. Let us learn about computer languages. If people want to talk to each other, they need a common language that both of them can understand. If one person speaks Hindi and the other person speaks English, both of them can't understand each other's language. How will they communicate? They need an interpreter who can interpret for both of them. Computer is a machine, so it cannot understand our language. It understands only two states of switches, that is, on and off. Switch on is represented by a code 1, while switch off is represented by code 0. These codes are called binary codes. Let us know more about computer languages. Computer language. As you know, computer is a machine that works on electricity. Depending upon the two states of electricity, presence or absence of electrical pulse, a computer can understand only binary language, that is the language of zeros and ones. We use ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, codes made up of binary digits to represent alphabet and decimal numbers inside the computer. Binary language is also known as machine language. In the beginning, programs were written only in machine language, since it was the only language understood by the computer. Types of computer languages. There are three types of computer languages: machine language, assembly language, high-level language. Machine language. The lowest and the most basic form of computer language is the machine language. This language is coded in binary language, that is made up of zeros and ones. 0 represents off state, that is no electrical pulse, and 1 represents on state, that is presence of electrical pulse. Remember, a computer can understand this only at its machine level. Every instruction has to be written in zeros and ones only. The programs written in machine language are called object programs. Assembly language. Coding a program in binary form was very tedious. To overcome the difficulties of writing machine codes, assembly languages were developed in 1950s. These languages used symbolic codes called mnemonics to write any instruction. A mnemonic is a short name given to an instruction. For example, sum for addition and sub for subtraction. The program written in assembly language has to be translated into machine language, and then only it can be executed by the computer. Assembler is the software program that translates assembly language into machine language. The program written in mnemonic codes is called source program. High-level language. High-level languages use English language words to give instructions to the computer. A software program called interpreter is used to translate high-level language into machine language that a computer can understand. Nowadays, normally programs are written in high-level languages. Some examples of high-level languages are Logo, Basic, C, C++, Java, Visual Basic, etc. Advantages of high-level languages. They are easier to learn than assembly language. The programs written in high-level languages can be executed in any computer, unlike symbolic language programs. They are easier to maintain. They require less time to write. They provide better documentation. Caution: never
So with this, your first lesson is over, children. Now we are going to see our book back exercises of this lesson. So first Roman letter, fill in the blanks. So without unmuting your audios, just repeat after me, children. A computer language is also called as a programming language. So the other name of computer language is programming. R-A-M-M-I-N-G, programming language. A computer language is also called as programming language. Second one, in assembly language, instructions to the computer are written using mnemonics. That is, for addition, we can write it as sum. That is the best example, okay? For a multiplication, we can write it as product. So that is called mnemonics. So in assembly language, instructions to the computer are written using mnemonics. M-N-E-M-O-N-I-C-S, mnemonics. M-N-E-M-O-N-I-C-S, mnemonics. Third one, a source program is written using a high-level language. A source program. S-O-U-R-C-E, source. S-O-U-R-C-E, source. A source program is written using a high-level language. Fourth one, the supercomputer have high processing speed and data storage. The supercomputer have high processing speed and data storage. S-U-P-E-R, super. S-U-P-E-R, super. Fifth one, a portable media player, that is PMP. It is the best example for mobile computers, okay? It is an example of mobile computing. It is an example of mobile computing. M-O-B-I-L-E, mobile. M-O-B-I-L-E, mobile. So I'm repeating it once again, children. A computer language is also called as a programming language. In assembly language, the instructions to the computer are written using mnemonics. Third one, a source program is written using a high-level language. Fourth one, the supercomputer have high processing speed and data storage. Fourth one, a portable media player, that is PMP, is an example of mobile computing. So with this, we will stop. We will see the remaining thing in the next class. So if you have any doubts, please ask me, children. Yeah, sure, children. I will put this presentation as well as the content in your Google Classroom. Okay, I will post it by today. No doubts. Okay. Whether my teaching speed is okay for you children, or else I have to go a little bit slower. Is it understandable for you? Okay. 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 So thank you children.